Hello everybody, welcome to OCHD and welcome to another Jumputi Heroes news video. Today we are talking about an event that I was super excited for on the roadmap, and now that it's here, I don't know. It's maybe not quite what I expected. It's definitely, well, I mean, if you've seen my predictions video, you may know not necessarily what I expected, but what I was hoping for. And I did get a couple of characters correct. I think I got the most important part of the event correct. But yeah, it's a bit of a weird, event. It's very cool to see all these sports series together. This is not a sports series, I'm sorry, and they are counting Kinnikuman as a sports series. I'm just saying, amongst the reprints was a couple of Kinnikuman events, so should have just replaced Yamazaki with a Kinnikuman character there, but whatever. A load of sports series. It's a bit of a shame that some of these were sort of like, I mean, when was the last time Hinamaru got content? Like 4 years ago? Majima-kun, 5 years, well, it can't be 5 years, but 4 years ago, 4.5 years ago, long time. Just a bit of a shame. That's all I'm saying. Just a bit of a shame. You got a big roster of sports series to work with, even ones that haven't been added yet. Not done much with them. Maybe in the future, who knows? This event also bizarrely has a tie-in to Gintama. Most likely this was just a plan they threw together because it's Silver Week, and this event has aligned itself with Silver Week in Japan. If you don't know about Silver Week, it's when holidays fall on certain days. As a gift to the Japanese people, they say, you know what, you've got a holiday here, you've got a holiday there, we'll give you the holidays in between, and so you get a whole week off. Silver Week, which is pretty cool. And the first Silver Week related thing, the only Silver Week related thing, I'm not sure, but this event, you clear it once a day and you get a coin. You use the coin to pull on this gacha. Now this gacha has these scrolls and books, which they never outright stated what they are. I have just assumed that they are just a normal universal book and universal scroll. They look cool. I don't think they can only be used on certain characters or anything like that, so hey, pretty nice. And this gacha actually has a few different characters featured on it. I'm going to take a look in game right now, see who's featured on it. So Gin the dog is featured. Version 1 Gintoki. Silver Zoldyck. Silver's Rayleigh is on here. Don't expect to get him. His rate is astronomically low at 0.002%. But you know someone out there is going to get him. We have Silver Age All Might, which is obviously a free-to-play unit. We have Silverman, who again is a free-to-play unit. We have Ginjo from Bleach, free-to-play unit. And we have Ginro from Dr. Stone, free-to-play unit. So weirdly, this gacha gives you Shiroyasha Gintoki, who is a limited, guaranteed on the 9th multi, but he is not on the banner except for that one guaranteed port on the 9th multi, which you'd think, okay, I can understand because he's a limited, but Rayleigh is right there. He is right there on the banner as a limited. It makes no sense. I don't understand. Silver Zoldyck also not being guaranteed, even though he is featured on the banner image, is a bit annoying. Obviously, I have him, you know. A lot of players will have him because he's quite an old unit. But as far as the units they featured on here, other than the limiteds, he's probably the most useful. So, kind of a shame for people that don't have him. And for the 5-star units, to be fair, 1% rate. I know it's not that high, but this is a free gacha. You know, if you paid with rubies, you'd get like 5% on them, but the 5% rate is like 28%. It's just overwhelmingly free-to-play units. But you can get lucky. So, good luck to you. But yeah, very cool. You can get Gintoki for free, Gin the dog for free, and Shiroyasha Gintoki for free. I will say, there is one thing... I don't know what it is about Gintama. It drives me into this sort of crazy, incensed rage, because every time the devs touch it, it's like poison. It's like they just... It's like... They're like, it's a gag series, so we've got to do gag things. But they do it so poorly. And this is one of those things. During the Gintama event, there were these special missions. And all you had to do to clear them was include version 1 Gintoki in your team. That's it. You had to clear 10 stages with him in your team. You didn't need to do anything special other than that. And it got you 10 10-step tickets, so essentially a free 5-star multi. Now, before the event, during the countdown, they made Gintoki free just for logging into the game. If you logged into the game before the event, you got Gintoki for free. The second the event starts, which is when the missions were active, he wasn't given away for free anymore. And now, that event has finished, those missions are gone, and the first day of this event, you will get your silver coin and you'll be able to pull Gintoki. So throughout this event, Gintoki is free. Before the Gintama event, Gintoki was free. During the event, when there was actual missions for him that required you to have the character, they said, oh, well, like, he's available on the choice ticket, or you can get it from Gacha, just summon him. What the fuck? Why would you do that? There was no reason for that login bonus not to just go through the entire event. So anyone who came in late can just get him. I don't understand. Don't get me wrong, most players probably have Gintoki, but loads of free-to-play players maybe don't have the full base roster. Plus, you've got to remember that we have new players starting all the time. Any of the new players, anyone who has started playing because they saw there was a Gintama event, will join and not be able to clear those missions without choosing Gintoki. And it's very possible you didn't choose Gintoki, because there's loads of options. So, I don't get that. Personally, I don't understand that at all. But, moving on from the weirdness, the fact that we're getting Shiroyasha for free, pretty cool. Obviously, I already have him, but loads of people don't, and loads of people do like this version of the character, so very nice. Next up, we have the first Evolver we have had in ages. I can't even remember the last one. But this Evolver stage allows you to evolve Junpei Hyuga from Kuroko no Basuke to 6-star rarity. So he is a 3-star. So 3-star to 6-star. And there's not much else to say about this, if I'm honest. You just evolve him to 6-star. I don't know why they're so standoffish about doing these. Kuroko has 1 more 3-star and 2 more 4-stars that all can't evolve to 6-star. So maybe those will be done in the future. I don't know. Probably not, but I guess they'll get around to all the Evolver stuff eventually. Then we have Atsumiya from Haikyuu, a Transcendent class event. Why is he a Transcendent class event? I have read Haikyuu. I enjoyed Haikyuu. I'm not like super into the fandom or whatever, but I'm fairly certain that the Miya brothers were very popular, like very, very popular. People were always talking about them. They had like a crazy fandom and stuff. He's like the most trash tier version of a farmable. Why? Why wasn't he Gacha? Why didn't they add both the brothers and make it like a more important event, or make them... I don't get it. I don't get it. Sprite looks good at least. Happy to have him in the game at least. But yeah, weird. Weird. I don't get it. Weird. Then we have Senri Chitose from the Prince of Tennis. Now, Prince of Tennis, I would say it's had little bits here and there. And this year we've had a feature festival. We've got some extra content here. So things are looking good for the Prince of Tennis compared to maybe some other sports series. And Chitose is perfectly fine as a farmable addition to the game. He has played against Tezuka, so he's a pretty important character. So fair enough. I mean, I have no complaints here. Sprite looks pretty good. Very nice. That's not much else to say there. And then we have this stage, which is... it hurts a little bit. They, as you know, have recently been upgrading units to limited more frequently. And Prince of Tennis, to be fair, was one of the first instances we had a guaranteed proof type thing where we knew Tezuka had been upgraded from standard gacha to limited. And probably that was the correct decision. Tezuka definitely deserved to be a limited, though you could argue there are multiple options for Tezuka, that you could get another one in the future. Maybe that could have been the limited. But regardless, having a limited Tezuka makes sense. Here, Shiraishi has been upgraded to a limited. And he's not the first one this year. It's been happening a lot this year. They've been trying to put more focus towards each event having 2 limiteds rather than trying to give them an extra standard gacha. And, okay, so they upgrade Shiraishi, but he doesn't counter a catastrophe stage. So they had to just make one. And instead of sort of upgrading the Senri stage, they've just made a standalone stage that's going to drop his quote. His quote, which is ecstasy. He says that now and again. So you can get yourself the ecstasy emblem by beating him and Senri Chitose. So we're seeing a lot of this recently. The more and more emblems. I assume the emblems are just really easy to knock up. I mean, if you look at this one, it's just text. They put a gradient on it, put a little stroke on it, a little outer glow on it, a few sparkles, a little bit of tape, and then, you know, it probably did not take them that long. Most of these emblems probably did not take them that long. So I think that's why we're getting so many emblems compared to other stuff. But I've said it time and time again, I just don't get emblems. You could only have one at any given time. So what's the point in having loads? I don't understand. Now this, I would argue, is the best executed part of this event, and arguably one of the best executed events this year. For a start, Aomine, lovely to have you. You're finally in the game. Some people would argue you should have been limited, but Kuroko Basket fans, please understand, you're only just getting your first limited in this event. They just forgot about the series for a long time. So take what you can get. Take it from somebody who enjoys a lot of sports series. As if you're a sports series fan in Jumputi, you take what you can get, because they do not know how to handle sports series at all. But Aomine is in the game. Great. He got the Catastrophe class stage, which we were all hoping for. Great. It drops an aura costume instead of an emblem. Great. And his sprite looks fantastic. Great. I can't complain about this at all. I'm very happy to have him. He looks just amazing. Just amazing. And hopefully they will go back and they will sort of give new versions of some of the old generation of miracles. Plus we don't have is it Midorima? We don't have him, so maybe add him at some point. Could be a standard gacha in any sort of event. But yes, very happy with his inclusion. If you remember my predictions, this is one of the ones I made. I really thought Aomine would be added. Just made sense. And we've been talking about this event for a long time, and I've really felt like for a long time that would be the showstopper for this event. Kuroko and Kagami and Aomine. So I'm very happy. It's one of the few things this year where we've been looking forward to the event and we've got the exact payoff we were expecting, so that's nice. The rest of the event, Well, whatever. Anyway, that's it for farmables. There's no more characters. There's no legend summon. That is it. Now, I would say, for the people out there that wanted Captain Tsubasa, because I'm not the only one, there were others, the fact that the legend summon for Captain Tsubasa, which we know is already finished and already on the Tier 1 version of the game, the fact that that was not added here, despite being finished, and they could have easily just thrown it in, nothing would have stopped them, the fact that that has not appeared here bodes very well. I think that Captain Tsubasa showing up for the World Cup, which is back half of November, first half of December this year, special World Cup held in winter due to it being held in Qatar, and it's way too hot to do it in summer. I would say there's a very good chance we see Captain Tsubasa there. I could be wrong. In fact, I've been wrong many times before. But it just seems to me completely nonsensical in an event that hasn't got enough farmables for them to have a farmable that is finished and just not add it, even though it is relevant. So to me, it has to be being saved for the World Cup. Whether that will be a Captain Tsubasa feature festival or whether that'll just be like a mini football type event or whatever, I don't know. I can definitely see that happening. So there's a small shred of hope. I pray for the Captain Tsubasa fans, and I guess we'll know more once the anniversary rolls around, because it's not that long from now. We are going to get a new roadmap during that event. Well, we're expecting to, but things have been a bit weird this year, so I wouldn't rule out them not giving us one. I don't know, but I will say I do have a roadmap video planned, and we will be going over what my thoughts are on what a roadmap could look like for the next 6 months or so until the 5th anniversary. So look forward to that. I don't know when it's going to be, probably like this weekend or something. And yeah, I have a lot of thoughts on what we might be seeing, and I think there's going to be some cool stuff. Moving on from the lovely sprite, we have a stinky event. I call it a stinky event because this is a points collection event. We have those all the time. Nothing wrong with those. But it has been split into 3 sections in order to pad out the event. So, Section 1, you farm points. Section 2, you farm points. Section 3, you farm points. It's different points in parts 1 and 2, and in part 3 you can farm both. You have the indoor points, which you farm from the indoor stage, and that has its own boosted units. And then you have the outdoor stage with the outdoor points, and that has its own boosted units. Now, look, I'm no expert, right? I'm no expert. I know he's probably only been included because he's being given away for free. Ginga Nagara Boshigin is not a sports series, so calling it out, I guess they are outdoors in the series. Oh, he's in the indoor section as well. Yeah, that's a bit odd to me. That's a bit odd, but okay. And then you have the last chance, which is very short if I remember. It's only 2 days. And then you have 2 days where both the points are available and you can just farm whichever one you need. And you can clear out the shop and look at all those boosted units. I think really this is just both lists of boosted units squished together. But that's fine. And if there's any characters you've been missing out on, like sports characters, I think a lot of them are coming back during this period. Because there are down here. Well, I'll show you in a sec the reprint thing. But anyway, from the exchange, you can get rubies, you can get jewel fragments, but you could also get 2 Gintama emblems. What this again? I get it, Silver Week. Gintoki silver, I get it. Another 2 Gintama emblems. I don't understand. They already had like 6 emblems, even more than that, in the last event, and then you've added 2 more. And if you don't know, this is 2 like cutaway gags from Gintama. One is Kuroko no Tasuke instead of Kuroko no Basuke, and one is Prince of Minton instead of Prince of Tennis. And you know, I'm just I've said it before, the Gintama with the cutaway gags, very Family Guy-esque, very Family Guy-esque, and these emblems are from one of those cutaway gags, or 2 of those cutaway gags actually. So I'm not personally a fan. I guess I'm not the target audience of these. I'm sure somebody cares, but it's not me. Then we have the Sports Festival Battle Missions. Clear the missions to get trophies, and then the trophies can be exchanged for rewards. Out of all these rewards, there's only one that really matters, and that's the rubies. But yes, they have added emblems for... these are logos from all the series that are featured in this event. Bit annoying to see something like the Seigaku emblem. Seigaku not featuring in this event. The Damon Devilbats emblem not featuring in this event. So maybe at some point they had planned to add Devilbats character. Maybe they planned to add a Seigaku character. Maybe plans changed. I don't know. But there you are. And yeah, the missions are relatively straightforward. It's just max out the 3 new units, evolve the new evolve Junpei using the new evolver, and collect 1500 of each of the points, and then just at least 9 times summon on the Silver Star Gacha. So it should be doable for most players. I don't know how easy the farmable stages are, but should be okay for most people. And then we have Unity Battle returning. Now this is a weird one, because Unity Battle is over 6 days, which is not particularly uncommon in length, but it's starting very early in the event. The 17th, which is just 3 days into the event. Normally Unity Battle's right at the end, and it ends on the 23rd. Now I think it's probably ending on the 23rd, because that is probably when the countdown is going to be announced to the Annie. Because the countdown to Annie should be the 24th to the 28th. We should get a new limited gacha each day. It might be 23rd to 27th, because it seems like they're trying to... It's a bit dodgy, but it seems like they're trying to make it so that everything ends on the 27th, and then they'll do a live stream late on the 27th. I say late, probably like 8 o'clock their time. And then... at midnight on the 28th, most likely, we will see the start of the anniversary event. The reason I say this is like a little bit dodgy is because if you're holding out to see what's coming for the anniversary before you summon on Kuroko and Kagami, before you summon on Shiraishi, or there are some other reprint gacha as well that you might be thinking about summoning on, you're out of luck, buddy. You're out of luck, because they're not going to show us... I don't think they're going to show us anything until the live stream, and I don't think the live stream is going to be until 8 o'clock on the 27th, 8 PM, and I think the event will start at midnight on the 28th, but this event will have already finished at 12 PM on the 27th. So, we're not going to find out anything about the next event until 8 hours after this event is over or the gacha are over. So, I don't really get it. A bit of a dick move, but that's them, I guess. And yes, so 23rd, I think that's most likely the right time for the countdown to start. Possibly it'll start on the 24th, I'm not sure, but it'll be around then. I don't think they're going to show us anything for the countdown either. They're just going to tell us what reprints are on, and that's it. What was I going to say? I've forgotten already. Something about the countdown. Oh yeah, I saw some people concerned that the event would be leaked. Not by me, although that's possible. They've put in quite a good effort to stop the data download leaks. So, for example, this data download, it purely had stuff from this event and the countdown. There was no hints about what might be coming for Annie, not one. And that data download has to cover us until, I guess, the live stream. I doubt that they would do a data download before that. So, probably not going to get a leak from the data download pertaining to the anniversary. But the leaks I'm talking about are the Weekly Shonen Jump leaks. Because as you know, Weekly Shonen Jump is supposed to drop midnight Monday. Obviously, that's Japan time, so if you live in somewhere else, like for example, I live in the UK, you get your Shonen Jump official release on the app on Sunday, like Sunday afternoon. And that would be fine in cases where they want to advertise the event if those chapters didn't leak early. But they do. One Piece, typically you get a fully translated One Piece release on Friday, which means they've not only got the full res scans, they have also gone through and translated all the text, which means they have the chapters early in that, sometimes as much as 2 days earlier than that. So we're talking like Wednesday, some people on like 4chan and stuff will have the leaks. So obviously that could be a problem. However, I think this anniversary is starting on the 28th, which is a Wednesday, and the live stream will be on the 27th. And there's no way they're going to put any news about the Annie in that week's Weekly Shonen Jump, the one that launches on the 26th before the anniversary. So it would be the following week's Shonen Jump, which is the 3rd of October. And I don't think it would have leaked by that point. So we should have the full information from the live stream, and we shouldn't be dealing with any leaks. So I think we'll be okay. Then we have Battle Rush Fierce Test. Now this launches on the 23rd. It is only available for 2 days. So make sure you get this done, because there are a lot of rewards in here. Rubies, actual jewels, not hero jewels. You get Shinseijiro if you don't have them. You get the Legend Summon if you don't have it. Make sure you do this. Set a reminder if you have to, because it's not that hard. It takes a little bit of time because, you know, you gotta, it's like 25 stages. Weird timing, 23rd to the 25th. Like I said, I think the countdown will be starting on the 23rd, so that might be the reasoning behind this. I don't know why it would stop on the 25th though, unless they have other stuff planned. Maybe during the countdown there'll be more reprints, more battle rushes. I don't know. You could argue maybe this is a sign that one of the battle rushes will run from the 25th to the 27th, and then one will be from the 27th onwards because it's relevant to the anniversary event. This is one of these tinfoil hat conspiracies, but there's 2 more battle rushes, Orochimaru and Kaiba. So you might argue that maybe we'll get Yu-Gi-Oh content, maybe we'll get Naruto content. Who knows? But Shin is relevant to this event, so he is here. And I would say 2 days is not very generous, but guys, make sure you clear that. Then we have the reprint rush, and as you can see, there are 5 reprint periods. Why they had to break up into 5, I don't know. Because I think reprint 3 and reprint 5 are just one event each. The rest are like a good chunk of events. But yes, there's a lot of sports stuff that you may have missed out on in the past. You will now have the opportunity to go and grab those characters, so that's nice at least. Although I think some of the characters, I don't know if they are available. Like, is Congo Agon available? Because he's not like a traditional farmable unit. Let me check in the event store, because I know there are some characters in here, but I don't know if it's for part 1 or part 2. In part 1, I see no farmable characters in the point store, so that's not good. And is there any other points farmable sports events on at the moment? I cannot see any. So it's a bit strange, but alright. Weirdly, we do have some events being reprinted right now. Like, I don't know if it's on right now, but Big Mom is supposed to be reprinted, and that's for like 12 days, I think. Or it's until the anniversary starts. And Byakuran until the anniversary starts. But again, Byakuran was supposed to be reprinted, and they delayed it. But it's never been clear why he was supposed to be reprinted. So the devs are doing some weirdness right now. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, moving on, we have Tower Boost, which should only feature characters from this event. I don't think it might feature like Prince of Tennis Feature Festival characters if you're lucky. Maybe Gintama as well. Hopefully not. But yeah, look forward to that if you've actually pulled on this event. I think a lot of people will be dominating with the new limiteds. And then we have Sports Festival Limited Gacha Kurako and Kagami. Now, Kurako and Kagami, I would argue, one of the best choices for a dual limited. One of the, glaring omissions not having a limit from this series. And, you know, we said it made sense before. It's finally happened. We're very, very happy about that. The standard gacha, what the fuck? What the fuck? Haikyuu is a little bit more understandable simply because we're only missing like 1 or 2 characters from the main roster. We're still missing some, granted, but it's okay to move on to other characters. I don't necessarily know that I would have chosen Korai because, I mean, yeah, he does play a role in the series, but so does like 100 other characters. It just seems like a completely random pick. Shun, I'm gonna be real with you, right? I know some people are talking about, oh yeah, Shun's, you know, this event's supposed to be like sort of for the female fans. They have the more attractive characters or whatever. So I guess that's what Shun is supposed to be, but what the fuck, guys? What the fuck? We don't have half of the Damon Devilbats roster. Wait, more than half of the Damon Devilbats roster, and we're getting Shun, who he plays a role in like 1, maybe 2 arcs. There are so many more important characters from Ishield 21. Okay, cool, I guess. And yeah, this is the format that we're coming to expect. We've gotten used to. Which is 10 multis. You get the limited on the 10th. On the 6th, you get a new hero choice ticket. On the 3rd, just a guaranteed new hero. And then we have the same again. Shiraishi is just literally swapping out Kuroko and Kagami for Shiraishi. Now, I like the Prince of Tennis. I don't necessarily think Shiraishi would be a bad pick for a limited, considering he's quite popular and he has had a presence not just in the original story but in the ongoing new Prince of Tennis. But my issue with this would have made a lot more sense if we had been getting Prince of Tennis content consistently over the last few years. We got all of Seigaku recently, so I wasn't expecting a Seigaku character, but I mean, you saw my predictions. I had him down as an event unit, and instead they upgraded him to a limited. I think he was supposed to be standard gacha in this event, most likely, but I think if I was gonna choose a limited that wasn't from Seigaku, I would probably choose a Tobei, who already has too many versions. And there's a few other characters that sort of stand out as like they're quite important, so I would understand if they were added as a limited. But yeah, weird. A little bit weird. But he's here, so that's cool. And we're going to do something a little bit special. I'm actually going to do some summons. I'm not going all 9 multis because I'm not crazy, but I've got a few rubies saved up, so I figure 3 multis. I'll do 3 multis. Maybe get a new hero. And we'll see where we're at. We'll see where we're at. So let me get my recording up. And also, you'll be able to see on the screen right now my game, the stage background, the event background. There was a lot of talk about this because it looks like a football pitch, because it is a football pitch, and there are no football series in this event. Now, point one, I would argue, is Captain Tsubasa stuff I think is coming later. Potentially that was originally supposed to be part of this event and plans changed, I don't know. But the much more relevant information is that there is a national Japanese tournament, sports tournament, in October, and that is supposed to coincide with like National Health and Sports Day, and it's like a big event that happens every year, except it didn't happen the last 2 years because of COVID, and it's coming back this year for the first time since COVID, and the stadium it is being held at looks a lot like this one on the screen. It not only has a football pitch, it also has an athletics track. I think it's Tochigi, I think it's at. And so it's like a half and half type sports stadium. And so this, I think, has been loosely based on their stadium. I don't think they have a super massive screen at the back like that. Probably a little bit smaller. But that's why they've done it like this. So I don't necessarily forgive the idea, because all we could see in the teasers was the football pitch. But it's at least more understandable, I would say. So let's go to summons. And let's do 3 multis on this lot. And I think there are way better ways to spend my rubies, like this gacha and potentially some of the other reprints that are coming up. Actually, let's do my silver summons. Why not? You never know. Might get a dupe of... do I have Rayleigh? I don't think I do have Rayleigh. Might get Rayleigh. You never know. Probably more likely to get Silverman or something like that. But we've got 5-star. I think all the items in this are 5 stars and all the characters. No, they're not. There's some silver. Okay. Gintoki is guaranteed, so that's fine. Ginjo. Okay. Silver Age All Might. To be fair, there's probably a lot of people that don't have Silver Age All Might. Oh, there's tickets in here as well. I didn't even look. So there's tickets and there's books and scrolls. Silverman, very nice. Not too sure. I'll definitely take the scrolls. I will definitely take the scrolls. Yeah, I didn't even bother to check 3 stars and 4 stars. Well, there's only 3 stars. There you go. So you can get tickets as well. Very nice. Moving on. Moving on. Let's do this. Let's get ourselves a new hero. I'm hoping for... I don't know what I'm hoping for. Shun, I guess. I like iShield 21. He's really not the character I would have chosen. But I do like iShield 21. I mean, I like Haikyuu as well, but I like iShield 21 more, definitely. And just any luck we can get. Any 5 stars in multis 1 and 2 would be much appreciated. We're starting off silver, which is not ideal. Oh, it's going 5-star though. It is going 5-star. So we'll just take whatever we can get here. New hero, limited. To just anything, literally just anything. It'll probably be some random dupe of some unit I've had a million times, but hey, 5 stars a 5-star. Kenshin, version 1 Kenshin. Pretty sure he's maxed out, but still, very cool, very cool. Second multi, not guaranteed anything here. Just 10 units. Probably all going to be silver and gold. I was right. And then the new hero guaranteed on the 3rd multi. Remember, if we don't get more than 1 5-star, then we can only get the new hero. We cannot get the limited. Let's go. Give me more than 1 5-star. Come on, tease me. I've not been a very lucky boy on this game. Just give me just a little bit of sign, little bit of just the 1. Well, there you have it. There you go. So we're done. We're done with this event. We're done with this event. Very nice. Moving on with the news. Let's go down to... I won't call them throwaway gacha, but part of me wants to call them throwaway gacha because that's essentially what they are. Not bad at all, to be fair. Because say for example this gacha, you got Toriko and Suna on there. They're both very strong, but it's just like I feel like they throw so many gacha like this at the wall, and I don't know. You do 10th multi, you do get a guaranteed choice, so I guess it's quite good. But I don't see a lot of people going for these gacha. I don't know. It's definitely way better than the old Battle Ready gacha. But I don't know. Like if you really wanted Toriko, theoretically, this would be an amazing banner to summon on, because you'd still have a chance of getting Suna. And you've got featured units like Gokudera is really strong, and he's actually like a great little buddy to have for your Toriko. So I don't know, but I wouldn't necessarily recommend it. I guess it's up to you. Ultimately, if you're gonna do 10 multis for like Shiraishi, doing 10 multis for Toriko is not that odd. Then again, Shiraishi is going to be a lot more PvP relevant at the moment, but still. Then we have... They've gone a bit crazy with the sales packs. You can buy this 5 times. 5 times. Don't buy it 5 times. Don't buy it 1 time. 1960 yen, 250 rubies, and a 5-star ticket, which has some... You know what? I'm actually going to check how low the rates are. I'm going to check, because I know... Oh, got the game on loud. I know they're going to be low. And this really is misrepresentative of what you're actually going to be getting. They've got 2 limiteds on there, and then they've got version 1 Hinata. But if you buy this ticket, you're guaranteed a 5-star unit. Each of the limiteds have a 2% chance. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. To be fair, 10% chance at a limited. No, that's terrible. 1960 yen for a 10% chance of a limited. Which means a 90% chance of some random throwaway 5-star character. You know what's actually terrible? I don't know if this is necessarily as bad as I'm making it out to be, but if I scroll down, I'm scrolling down to Haikyuu. The sports units have the same rates as everyone else. So that's actually even more misleading than I thought. You've got a 10% chance of getting a sports limited, which, by the way, yeah, that could be Senna. Yeah, that could be the new Fuji. Or it could be fucking version 2 Ryoma, the blue hair Ryoma. Which, you know, he's okay for how old he is, but, I mean... 1960 yen for a 10% chance at a limited. Please don't buy this. Please. And then we have the Sports Festival Choice Ticket Pack. Now this lets you choose just anything they would class as a sports unit from hero grade units. Noticeably, Kinnikuman character's not in here this time, but they got all the Ice Shield 21 ones. They won't have anything from this event, so no Kodai and no Shun, but everything else seemingly is in there, including even like the Prince of Tennis stuff, which is a lot more recent. So kind of cool, I guess. Kind of cool. And then... Oh, wait, I said kind of cool. I was wrong. 4,900 yen. Don't buy this. 4,900 yen! Don't buy this. Then we have Large Ruby Pack, which is 3,608 yen for 1,500 rubies. Not a horrific price, considering you'd normally play 10,000 yen for 3,000 rubies and some jewels. But bear in mind, when you take the jewels out of the equation, the Super Large Ruby Pack, which is 4,100 rubies, is the same price, 10,000 yen. So, is that better value? Doing the maths off the top of my head is not very easy. 4,100 divided by, what, like 10,000 yen? And then times that by 3,680. That would get you 1,500 almost exactly. So, you know what? It is the same value as the super large Ruby Pack. So you can buy that 6 times. Is that good? Not really. Moving on to the Choice Ticket Daily Gift Pack. 4,900 yen. Again, it's not worth it. It's just not worth it. To be fair, 2,000 rubies. Yeah, you're paying more. Nah, it's not good. Don't buy it. Then we have the limited release pack, which at this point in time is purely for whales. Don't buy this unless you're a mega whale, because it's only ready for the jewels plus the 3,000 rubies. You're getting the bonus of the jewels. But actually, in terms of value, it's one of the worst packs nowadays, because like I said, the super large pack is 4,100 for the same price. So unless you care specifically about the jewels, it's like whatever. Then we have the celebratory limited door pack. They do this all the time. Whenever a new limited drops, you can buy 500 doors for 4,900 yen. Do not buy this unless you are very stupid. Do not buy this unless you are very stupid. 500 doors, sure, will let you limit break one character, but this is amazing. That is most useful in one game mode, and that one game mode is Super Dimensional Battle. I've said this before, but what I haven't said before, because it's new information, is Super Dimensional Battle is going to be closed until mid-December. So Super Dimensional Battle, I think it's after this season or after this week or after the next week. They're going to be shutting it down, and you're not going to be able to play it again until mid-December. So why are you buying this limited break? It makes a minuscule difference in other game modes. So what are we doing here? What are we doing here? 4,900 yen. Outrageous. Then we have this pack, which I'm interested to look at this pack in game. 980 yen is not a lot. It's not a lot. It's like what, like $7 or something like that? You get a bunch of books, which is whatever, but you get a guaranteed 5-star ticket. The guaranteed 5-star ticket has, like I said before, all the sports units. And they all have the same rate, 5.263%. So is it worth the risk? No. That's still $7 or whatever, around there. So it's not worth it. But in theory, if you got lucky, you could have a good day. But you would have to get quite lucky. Actually, I'm looking. Oh yeah, it's only got the indoor sports. Yeah, so you could buy these 10. You could buy these 10, and then you can get 10 for the outdoor sports as well. These devs are just filth. And they're reprinting these packs for when Shiraishi comes out as well. Times must be tough. Times must be tough. I get you gotta make your money, but some of these packs just make no sense. Who is this aimed at? I guess if you're an absolute beginner and you didn't know any better, you'd be like, oh, I don't have a lot of books. I need books to level up my characters. I can get a guaranteed sports unit. That's cool. Come on now. Come on. Then we have the defeat gacha for Shiraishi and Chitose, which is the emblem, the Ecstasy emblem. And we don't have full information on this gacha yet, but it has Zenitsu and Goldman. Kind of weird to feature Goldman. They gave him away for free earlier this year. But he's featured. He is featured. Typically, they're putting one, like, I was going to say they put one blockbuster and one slightly lesser or older limited. But now that I think about it, the other gacha didn't do that. It had Suna and Toriko on it. Very strange. But yeah, we don't have full information on this gacha, so I can't really judge it that much. But these defeat gacha are so much better than the old ones. They're actually legitimately almost, not like crazy value, but if you really want that character, then it's as good as any way to get that character. So kind of neat. And then we have the same for Ushijima, and it features a very recent limited in Shiroyasha and Takasugi, which a lot of people like that unit. I think most people that like it probably have it, but again, if you like that unit, this is as good as any way to get them. So not too shabby. And then we have this one, which we have a lot less information on, but typically these gacha go up to 15 multis, so it's probably not worth it. because you could easily go up to the 9th multi and get just a random sports limited that you don't want, and then it's like whatever. But I have a feeling all the units I was talking about before will be the featured heroes for this banner, and the same for the limiteds. So not a bad spread. It's obviously not going to have the new limiteds or the new heroes, but not a bad spread at all. And then we have Senna returning. If you want to get a unit for 9 multis again, then relive the good old days where you could save 1,000 rubies, then this is that way. And then same for Fuji returning, which a lot more recent, so if you're missing him, then there you go. And then we have Superstar Gacha version 2. I will say the same thing I say every time: do not summon on this. Don't give them a single ruby. Don't let them think that this is a good idea, that this should be implemented. It's a stupid idea. It is in no way good value whatsoever. The fact that Vegito is front and center, and they've got huge text, Musou character, whatever is Ultimate Super Vegito, whatever, and limited characters, and it says they're pickup. What a load of horse shit. Do you know how low his rate is on this banner? The chances of you getting him are so astronomically low. You could summon for years and not get him. And the only pity system is the stupid tickets, which, guess what? He's not on them. So putting him in the middle there, fuck you. Fuck you. That is such a dick move. Then we have Goldie Roger returning. Of course, we're coming up to the anniversary, so this is to be expected. We'd get some Musou reprints and stuff like that. This is an actual Musou reprint, meaning after 32 multis, you will get him. If you're not going 32 multis, don't summon on this, because this is probably going to disappear before the anniversary starts. So, for me, it's not, unless you just want Roger, I guess you could just exhaust your rubies on this, but we won't know what's coming for the anniversary until this is gone, most likely, unless we get lucky. And then if we do get lucky and it does overlap with the Annie, then just wait until the Annie drops and see what we're going to have and what rubies we're going to have before you summon. But pretty cool, I guess, for people that missed out on him. And then we have the countdown to the 4.5 anniversary limited gacha rush. Now these are particularly good value. 7 multis. In those 7 multis, you'll get 2 guaranteed 5 stars and a guaranteed 5-star pickup limited. Bear in mind, this is subject to change. We don't have the full information on this gacha just yet, so they might change it. But the first multi is definitely free. We have at least that much confirmed. So, first multi on each of these gacha for free. Most likely, each of them will only be available for one day. I'm guessing between the 23rd and 27th, or 24th and 28th. And you'll be able to do 1 free multi here, 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 and here. Very nice lineups for these banners. And I will say what I always say with these gacha: if you don't have any of these units and you're tempted by this and you'd be okay with getting any of them, by all means go 7 multis. Like, if you say, for example, this gacha, if you don't have any of these units, and say you're like, oh, I really want Dio, but I'd be okay with any of the others, and you're tempted to summon on this, by all means, go right ahead, because the first multi is free, and you only have to do 7 to get a guaranteed limited. Again, subject to change, but when you get that limited, it'll be one of these 4. You don't have any of them, so that's a good deal. If you have even one, for example, this gacha here, I have Tanjiro and Nezuko. I don't have the other 3, and I might be tempted to summon for the other 3. But if you have even one, don't go all the way, because you're leaving it up to fate. And you might get to that last multi, you get a dupe, but then you've done 7 multis for a dupe. Not worth. But the lineups are pretty great all in all. I have dupes on all of them. I'm definitely not going to be going all the way on all of them, but I will definitely be doing the free summon on all of them. So I look forward to that at least. Then we have these new daily gift packs that give a load of stamina barrels. I have a feeling that the reason they are releasing these is because they have announced that the logbook is on its way. I think they changed the name to the Voyage log rather than the logbook. The Voyage log is a game mode. It's not really a game mode. It's a feature. It's a feature that allows us to play previous feature festivals and events from previous feature festivals. So essentially, it's like the keys section where you can unlock old events, but just cracked out. It's going to have like everything on it. We don't know the full information on exactly how it's going to work. All we know is you need the keys that you used on those old events to open up these events, to unlock the old feature festivals and to do the farmables and whatever. But we don't know if it's going to be like they release a few batches at a time or they release all of them at once, and how it's all going to be integrated. I'm assuming there's also going to be some missions and some added bonuses tied into it to give us like extra rubies for the anniversary, so that'll be cool. And I'm guessing it's going to take a lot of stamina to max out all these old characters, so guess what? 50 stamina barrels or 100 stamina barrels. Is this good value? No, you know, it's not super expensive, and ultimately, you know, what if you buy this pack down here? That's 5,000 stamina for 1840 yen. Is that worth it? I don't know. How often do I use 5,000 stamina? But I guess maybe for some people. For me, no. I'm not going to be buying it. But for some people, hey, maybe that's worth it to you. Then we have some more sales. The Countdown Double 6-star pack. I've never really checked as to how these work. I'm fairly certain that even though they have units from recent feature festivals featured on them, that you don't actually like get units just from those recent feature festivals. I think it's just sort of to say that they're there, but in reality it's like basically all of the 6-star heroes in the game. So if it is basically all of the 6-star heroes in the game, it's not worth it. But if it does indeed basically only have units from this year, it's not bad value at 980 yen. I just have a feeling that's definitely not the case. Now, this is part of the countdown. Like I said, we have like no information on the anniversary. And the countdown limited banners and then 2 countdown sale packs are the only hints we have. And they're not really hints, they're just countdown stuff. So they're really keeping their cards close to their chest here. If you were hoping for a little bit of sneak piece of info, we got nothing. So it'll be a complete surprise when the stream drops, theoretically. Then we have the special limited choice ticket pack twice. I don't know why twice. Is there some sort of significance to this pack having Suna and Reborn and having Tokiko and Kazuki? Is there significance to that? Maybe these series are going to get new units during the anniversary or something. Oh boy. We don't know. Probably not. It's probably completely insignificant. But it is very weird that they have reprinted the exact same pack twice, just with a different character on the front. And I don't know why. I don't know why. But okay, they're both dual units as well, which is interesting. And we know that there are some dual units planned for future events that are finished but not added yet. Because Suna is the highest in the IDs for dual units. And there's still like, I think 3 or 4 units before him. And that's in between him and the most recent, Kuroko and Kagami. So, more dual units to come potentially very soon. Who knows? And then we have the Countdown Limited 5-star ticket pack, which, I mean, is that really much different? Okay, so that is actually, they do this monthly pack. You can only buy it once per month, and it gives you 1,000 rubies and a limited ticket for 4,900 yen. So this, you get an extra 500 rubies, you get 15 limit break doors, 4 ultimate scrolls, and 1 of each jewel in addition to this limited ticket. And this ticket features units from this year. I don't know if it's just going to feature like all the limiteds and it's just going to chuck in some units from this year. That's probably the most likely thing you'll see. But the ticket that you can buy monthly, which is admittedly far cheaper, you don't get the extra 500 rubies, you don't get the jewels, you don't get the scroll, you don't get the limit break doors, and it definitely doesn't have any units from this year. I think it only goes up to the end of last year. So interesting, but ultimately I don't think I would be buying this. And that's it. That's the end of the video. That's the end of the news. I hope you guys enjoyed, and there will be more Jumputi type content soon, very soon, and the anniversary coming soon as well, so look forward to that. And yeah, that's it for today, so I will see you guys next time.